Yes. What's good? This your people right here, Kurt and ICE. What's going on, y'all? We're on for something very interesting that has come to my attention. Somebody posted a comment on one of the videos, and I noticed that what is going on is that about a couple of days ago, about 3 days ago or so, Nore had Consequence on Drink Champs about 3 days ago. And somebody, because of that, somebody watched some Shades of Hip Hop footage. Because as you all know, Shades of Hip Hop has a plethora of classic hip hop material from the golden era of MCing, which was the 90s, of course. And let's just, let's see what they was talking about, and we'll put everything in context as we bring it up. All right. So as I said, right here on Drink Champs, let's bring this up. Right here on Nore's channel. Well, Revolt TV's channel. Let's see. Okay, here we go.
Me like, yeah, I'm gonna put you on Down with the King with me, you and Pete Rock. Nah, I was like, nigga, if you don't tear me up, you got told by Run, and you might as well quit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because there ain't no coming back from that shit either, though.
Nah. Who else you battled?
I ain't battled, but me, you, and 50 did Shades of Hip Hop, nigga.
Right. I wanted to see you. I was waiting for you to bring that up. Yes.
Hold up. You heard what he said? He said, I ain't battle, but me, you, and 50 was on Shades of motherfucking Hip Hop. All right. As you know, Shades of Hip Hop goes back in the day with some classic material, with classic hip hop material. So of course, and Nore was at the epicenter of this particular episode. He was on the cover, actually, of Shades of Hip Hop number 5, I believe. Back in 1998, I put out a mixtape called Shades of Hip Hop, Controlled Dangerous Substance, Shades of Hip Hop CDS. You know what I'm saying? And before we even get into what they talking about right here, just to let you know, every volume of Shades of Hip Hop was its own original, like, mixtape. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't go Shades of Hip Hop volume 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like everybody else tried to do. You know what I'm saying? Not naming any names, but all the mixtapes, the video mixtapes that came out after Shades of Hip Hop, they were so scared to let you not know that this was a part of a series or whatever, that they had to try to keep that name alive just to sell it on the strength of their name. But Shades of Hip Hop, I was creating original mixtapes each time, and Shades of Hip Hop was the brand, and that was the production that put it out. But each mixtape was its own thing. So it didn't have volume 1, 2, 3, 4. Each one had its own name. And CDS was, like the other tapes, epitomizing what was going on at the time. So Controlled Dangerous Substance, the reason why that even came up was because, like, when we were distributing video mixtapes back in the day, which was on VHS, we used to do it out the trunk of our car. We used to just go hood to hood selling tapes. You know what I'm saying? And we would just pull up on a spot, whether it be, the local stores, whether it be just cats in the hood, wherever cats was. Honestly, this is what happened. Like, I would go to all the spots where, like, wherever the drug dealers would be at. That's where that would be one of the main places I would go. So if I'll first go to a new town or whatever and see if they had places that were selling mixtapes. There's always a couple. Back then, people still had record stores, so there was maybe 1 or 2 record stores in the town. There was always some place that was selling bootleg DVDs, and, well, this is before DVDs, so bootleg movies, so VHS tapes, that was a big business back then. So people would always be selling that. But the other place that I would go to right after those main spots where people would definitely buy videotapes at was I would just go to like the hood spots, like wherever cats like, yo, who got trees around here? So, oh, go to this spot, go to this corner. So wherever the dudes were selling trees and stuff, I would go over there and sell them videotapes. You know what I'm saying? So I would just pull up in the hood, you know what I mean, open up the trunk. And a couple of times, I don't know, I think it was, we was in Maryland and we did that, pulled up on the spot. It was late at night. We pulled up on the spot, opened up the trunk. Niggas started going in the bushes for the heat. Like we was, like I didn't even know until later on how close we was to getting murked that day because when we popped open the truck, niggas didn't know who we were. We had jersey plates on, you know what I mean? Coming to the hood, popping the truck. They was like, oh, this is an ambush or something. So, but nah, we would pop tapes out for cats, and it was crazy because, you know, we would have pockets full of money, cash that we was just getting from cats and just moving from spot to spot with no fear. You know what I'm saying? And we wasn't carrying no heat on us or nothing like that. We were just going off the strength of hip hop and our humility and our for realness and keeping it real with niggas. So not only did that sometimes like make the cats wary that we were dealing with on the street, but like maybe police or whatever would see us and they'd be like, yo, what are y'all doing? You know what I mean? Like they'd see us come up to some spot and like seem like that we're giving them something and then leave and get money and leave. It's like, what was it, drug transactions going on around here or something? And we would get pulled over and they'd be like, yo, what are y'all doing? Da da da. And we'd show them that we had a trunk full of VHS tapes. You know what I'm saying? So what we was pushing on the street was like, you know, was like product. You know, it was product, but you know, like the other kind of product that people are familiar with. And like, you know, it became in a sense a controlled dangerous substance because the material that was on our tapes too was uncensored stuff you could never see. There was no YouTube, no social media back then. So the uncensored rawness that you would get on Shades of Hip Hop was stuff that you would never see anywhere. So we always had to have those parental discretion advisories and stuff on our tapes. And that's kind of where that idea came from, matched with the idea that Nore's first album, and Nore was our main interview for that particular mixtape, because we gather a whole bunch of material and then find out what the concept of it is later once I know what the material is. So once we had all the material, the Nore stuff was the best part of it. So the Nore interview was the centerpiece of that mixtape. And his first album was called Niggas on the Run Eatin'. That's what Nore stands for, Niggas on the Run Eatin'. That was the acronym or whatever that he broke down for that. And that just kind of meant the people that were still out there making paper or whatever, the people that were still out there grinding and getting money, even though they might have been wanted for whatever reasons, you know what I'm saying? They were, you know, on the wrong sides of the law, which also coincided with my particular situation at the time, because during most of the time that I was doing Shades of Hip Hop in the 90s, off and on, I had warrants for child support. And I was always subjected to arrest, you know, not for non-payment, but not for not paying enough. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I was doing a lot of battling in the courts back then. So I off and on had warrants all throughout the fucking 90s, you know. And so that idea of niggas on the run eating resonated with me. So CDS, you know what I mean? That's kind of where the name came from. But just so you know what he's actually fully talking about, let me take you back to what CDS actually was. Let me just give you a little promo for what CDS was.
Like everybody's like, yo, stop fighting. Tell them to stop fighting. I'm like, these motherfuckers is hype. If I tell him to stop, my show might stop, motherfucker. Can I curse?
But
Yeah. Let's see who's winning this motherfucker tonight. Yeah, you know. I'm fucking with Jersey tonight. Fuck it.
You know, so it's in the million sales. I say it's a match. Fuck a DJ. Got hits only your bitch could scratch. Faithfully, national anthem like sung my shit. Since I think with my dick, what's on my mind, tongue and spit.
The name of the album is Money, Power, Respect. And I know they all work hand in hand, but which one is most important?
Respect of course. Cause you can't leave out your motherfucking doorstep unless you got motherfucking respect. Cause one of these motherfucking cowards out here trying to tell you.
A role model, and this kid I'm trying to talk to don't respect me because he heard somebody cuss me out on the record. You know what I'm saying? He looking me in my eye like I ain't shit because I ain't say nothing about it. You know, he feel like as a man, he got to straighten it. You feel me? Because it's really cutting into his money to an extent. You know what I'm saying? But it's cutting into his respect.
I was born in Brooklyn, New York, some time after Watts riot. I had a Benz at 15, but my shit was hot wired. I swore I was ugly, cause niggas was scared to look at me. I started reading when the judge threw the book at me.
I make a klepto wanna take his own life. Style precise, the rap game I'm pimping it, kicking it. Yo, take it in vain like insulin.
I just be up there. If any nigga is watching this tape, I'm sure they gonna know when it's gonna drop. Cause I know this is real hip hop shit.
Yeah. However real they want to get with it, they can get real. You know what I'm saying?
And it's real hip hop, you know what I mean? It's that real hip hop, it's like shades of hip hop, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, what's up? This is Kid RS1. You checking out Kurt Nice on shadesradio.com. Shades of hip hop, baby.
you know, and I don't even know if I had that hip hop is lives anymore, but just ignore that last thing. If you want to watch the clips, they're actually on my channel right here on the Shades Radio, aka Shades of Hip Hop channel right here on YouTube. You can find the full videos of those on there. And if they're not, let me know in the comments and I'll tell you where to find them. All right. But again, let's go back to Consequence and Nore. This is what they were talking about. They were talking about shades of hip hop. I just wanted to fill y'all in what they were talking about. And now let's get to what they're saying here.
Who else you battled?
I ain't battle, but me, you, and 50 did shades of hip hop, nigga.
That's right. I wanted to see you I was waiting for you to bring that up. Yes. That was a beautiful.
And Punchline.
That was a beautiful.
That was a Punchline. Punchline got busy on his
that was partners wasn't it? He was one of a group Punchlines and
Words.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? Living that moment, I did not know how special that moment was.
Right.
Like,
you know, I never would have realized that shit would have made it to the 21st century.
Like, look at all who the fuck we are.
Right.
And that shit is ill. He's sitting there. We in my session. That's my session.
Your
That's
session.
my
Right.
And I don't even know.
I came for Kid Capri was doing his album.
Yes.
That's
but
what.
If all right, for people that don't know, you can go right now on YouTube or somewhere. It's a famous freestyle. This is before like the pun freestyles and all this. Mm-hmm. This was during the NRE album. It's me, Consequence, 50,
and Punchline.
And Punchline.
We all went twice.
And everyone. And I'm talking about. Let me tell you something. Because it wasn't like we were battling like I was trying to say, but we were battling, but not battling each other.
Niggas was battling.
We had Trackmasters in the room, who was the number one producers at the time. Trackmasters in the room, what they be playing in the background. But I have never been able to rekindle like that type of moment. Like
that shit was there.
That was an era.
Yeah, and it was so spontaneous.
Wait, you can't just blame it on the era. I gotta say,
I don't think that type of era is that comes back.
Okay, I agree with you.
Well, there's definitely a moment in time because at the time, because of the position that all four artists was in. You know
what I feel like that moment was?
and
I feel like that moment could rated the XXL freestyle.
That arguably a point to be taken.
What Nore said is that he thinks that moments like that on Shades of Hip Hop is what created the XXL freestyle. But like me and my mans have been saying, and what Consequence is about to say, is that it started the BET ciphers. You know what I'm saying? Like Shades of Hip Hop, like, was the first ones that we was ever really, like, we was the first ones that ever captured that. Like cats in the same room, spitting over the same beat, like artists that you knew in a cipher. Like somebody might have did that on the street. Somebody might have caught that a cappella. Like we've caught it on the street, we've caught it a cappella, but rarely has it been like a situation where there was a produced beat playing, you know, properly in the background while niggas is spitting over it all together in a one cipher. All right. That was the first time you ever saw anything like that. This is before XXL Freestyle. This is before BET Rhyme Cyphers and all that. Shades of Hip Hop did that. You know what I'm saying? And we did it multiple times. You know what I'm saying? So this is just one of the more classic ones that we did. And yes, that's correct. I do agree with that. You dig? Oh,
really? That
hold on. My bad. Also, two quick shout outs to G Hop for the that other beat that you heard at the beginning, and shout outs to Rob Jersey for this beat right here. All right.
BET Cypher.
Oh, okay.
That's what that really is. It's the BET Cypher.
Because that's the way it looks too.
Because of the fact that it made,
okay.
Yeah, it made it because it made it to the future from that. It was on a VHS tape.
Yes, Shades of Hip Hop.
Like, so it got uploaded.
Right.
Which once again, you know what I'm saying, double back to what we first started from the beginning of the conversation, there wasn't even YouTube when we did that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that
we've been viral, but we was viral for what it was.
But it still was viral. It went viral once viral was a viral.
Yeah, that version of viral back then, it was definitely
no, but it went viral once viral was viral. It was like, oh, let's send this out too.
It was holding out.
It was holding out. Serious. Every time somebody posted that has a platform, it goes viral.
Yes, you're right.
Because it's a new thing every time. And like I'm saying, I think it was the position of you was the nigga at the time. 50 was just got signed to Trackmasters. How the Rob didn't even come out yet. I was coming out of Tribe in between deals and Punch and was trying to get a deal, so he was hungry. So it was like the chemistry just all made sense. Like if 50 would have had out the G Unit mixtapes, it wouldn't have been that same situation. If you would have already had out Super Thug, it wouldn't have been that situation. You know what I'm saying? It was just like.
Why were you guys in the same room? Was it Violator the common denominator?
No. Trackmasters was the common denominator because they were working with Nore.
Okay.
And I was there for Kick a Pre session. He was also working with the Trackmasters. It was all a Sony situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Kick a Pre also did the beat that he did for me that night. He gave it to me that night.
Capri, man.
Yeah, shout out Kick a Pre. That's a legendary moment, and I look for that. I look for that like in other people's genres of music, and I don't think that chemistry. I don't think that hunger.
It was a special time in hip hop, man. I mean,
the '90s. What was your favorite? What's your favorite period in hip hop? What's your favorite era? Excuse me.
Man, I got moments more so than
that's what it is. And matter of fact, shout outs to Nore. And just because of that, shout outs to y'all got to go listen to that track Moments by Nore. You know what I'm saying? That's a dope track too. You know what I'm saying? And it captures what we talking about and seeing times like this and seeing, you know, footage like this. You know what I mean? Because there's moments in hip hop that can't be matched. That's one of them. You know what I'm saying? The Hood Factory Rhyme Cypher, that's what I call it. And if y'all look at my channel, that's what y'all see. It's called the Hood Factory Rhyme Cypher because it was at the Hit Factory. But if you watch the whole interview from CDS, Nore was saying how they call it the Hood Factory. You know what I'm saying? And one other thing about that too is, you know, just mentioning the fact of, you know, I've met a lot of different people just in life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of hip hop people, regular dope hip hop people in life and that. And just a lot of, you know, dope actual hip hoppers that you actually know, like famous people and stuff too. So I've met a lot of different artists and producers that have made names for themselves. Big people, obviously, some of the biggest names in hip hop. I feel like I've met them. I've done interviews with some of them. I've been behind the scenes with other ones and maybe not did an interview, but talked to them and chill with different people all throughout the hip hop game. And one thing I can say is that Nore was actually one of my favorite people to actually ever meet in hip hop because he's like a for real. He's a for real hip hopper. He keeps it real and he has this humility to him. That's the type of thing that you would look for in a for real person. You know what I'm saying? And you always get that when you would meet Nore. You know what I'm saying? I feel like anybody that's met Nore knows that he's like a for real nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like that dude is a for real dude. Like he's always been like that. You know what I'm saying? Ever back to the beginning of his career. You know what I'm saying? And he's like a for real hood dude too, but he's just a for real nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that shit because there's a lot of fake ass, whack ass motherfuckers that you meet in real life, and these niggas be like, you know what I'm saying? These cats might even have been, you might even have been like, you know, this is my favorite MC or some shit. But then when you meet this nigga, he's like a jackass. You know what I'm saying? So ever since the time that I met Nore at the Hood Factory, he's always kind of been one of my favorite hip hop people. You know what I'm saying? And I love the success and everything that he's got with Drink Champs because he definitely deserves that. You know what I'm saying? But again, if y'all don't know, just in case y'all don't know, this is the reason. This is the kind of reason why too that Nore became that nigga for me in the sense of being for real and dealing with hip hop.
Shades of hip hop, baby.
Shades of hip hop, mixed video type joint. That's original concept too. Yeah, I've never seen anything like it.
Oh, well, that's what we hope. That's what we hope. We're just trying to show that there's a lot of things. So it's star-studded joint. And it's real hip hop. You know what I mean? It's that real hip hop. It's like shades of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Just keep that same shit that you known for. Y'all known for motherfuckers getting on y'all shit and say motherfucker, fuck shit, bitch, motherfucker, suck dick. Y'all known for that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Alright.
Niggas see a shades of hip hop tape. Me personally, I wanna hear nigga cursing on y'all shit. I don't wanna hear y'all niggas get preppy. You know what I'm saying? I like y'all niggas be raw. You know what I'm saying? Straight critical. You know what I'm saying? Straight dogged, rugged. That's what I like. That's what I like.
Yes. So there you see, you know what I'm saying? And of course, like again, excuse me, the actual rhyme cypher is on my channel and you can check out the whole thing. I don't think I'm going to try to play the whole thing right here. But just to let you know what they're talking about, let me maybe just pull up the front of it. Let me pull up a little bit of it.
You understand what I'm saying? And the RE, you understand what I'm saying? I'm fucking with Shades of Hip Hop because y'all niggas is real, yo. That niggas is real. I like y'all niggas shit, man. You understand what I'm saying? We'll bring some niggas come in, do y'all shit too, man. Cause niggas is live, man. Keep that shit funky, man. That's what we doing. We're in the Hood Factory, aka the Hit Factory. You understand what I'm saying? Nas Escobar, Entertainment, and along with me, Thug Entertainment and Trackmasters, we made this shit the Hood Factory. You know what I'm saying? Because we make this shit like the hood, yo. That's how you can make records. You know what I'm saying? You make that shit as close to your block as it could possibly be. Go up in there, you just dump that shit on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Ashtray, you know what I'm saying? The floor. You know what I'm saying? Keep this shit ghetto. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I know what you're saying, sir.
You can work like that, yo. You know what I'm saying?
阿弥陀佛. My name is Shi Yanming. I'm a 31st generation Shaolin Temple monk. Welcome watching Shades of Hip Hop.
Yes.
Yes.
50 Cent right here, boy. Queen.
Coming at you outside.
Yo. One time. Yo. The son I'm real on the street than I am on wax. So if you see me in New York, you see me making my stacks. And if you see me on the alley, you see me taking the jack. And I think I'm all that. How y'all niggas feel about that? Be careful.
rap shit, it'll get to your head how you screaming, fuck the police. When you scared of the feds, here's a jewel, love your enemies and hate your friends. Your enemies remain the same, your friends always change. I travel state to state, stash spots filled with weight, Jaguar, XK8, money machines, count dates. Kites with 5 words, kill them now, don't wait. For 21 years I've been sober, slinging dope and crack. For 1 year I've been down with rap, son, and I fucking relapse. Hydro and hash, I'm twisting the cash, I'm getting it. Crystal, I'm sipping it. Hot shit, I'm spitting it. Alright? Yo, before you press start, better know what team you running with. It's tumbling, go hard for a yard and never fumbling. And if she got a donkey, then why grow Republican? Don't gargle my name, I ain't the toothpaste to brush with. Hands on the chips like a Super Bowl Sunday. Feel you for the threat? Come out on a runway. Spit the hard rain, motorcade in my lane. You feel me, then bill me, and charge it to the game. Down and run a shoot, make her all of my days. Make her all of my things, all of my days. Keep the faces changing, back to back ranges, and wife be pushing the cam like entertainment. And if you making statements, nigga, you making payments. If so, hand me that flow nice and slow like Usher Raymond. My whole hood show up to the arraignment. So if you saw something, you better take a blind, cause if I go 10 for 2, that's it for you. You hear more screams out of your crib than scream too.
Alert the massive, players is getting drafted. For those that oppose, I gave them a closed casket. Thoughts is graphic, no matter who you dissing. I die for my niggas like Jesus crucifixion. You contradicting, fell under the submission. My shit sound great on bad tapes with the hissing. The plot thickens, in any altercation I take out 2 like double dating. The whole squad's player hating. I compete, play for keeps. I got weed smokers turning over a new leaf. I pop shit and roll 1 deep with no heat to show ya. I drop hot shit, rock mics with potholders. Rap career's over. How dare you oppose this? When I die, bury me with a tape of my own shit. I roll the dice, diss me and pay the price. I make a klepto wanna take his own life. Style precise, the rap game I'm pimping it, kicking it. Yo, take it in vain like insulin.
I'm gonna let y'all just check it out. You know what I'm saying? On the regular upload, just type in Hood Factory Rhyme Cypher. Just type in Hood Factory Rhyme Cypher and you'll be able to see that joint right here on this channel. That's what that is. You know what I'm saying? We got a little bit more content for the Shades of Hip Hop documentary. So yeah, let me know what y'all think about that, man. You know, let me know if y'all have any questions about how it was creating classic material back in the 90s, which was the golden era of MCing. You know what I'm saying? Tell me who your favorite artist is that y'all ever met. You know what I mean? And tell me, hey, if you've ever had a bad experience meeting one of your idols. You know what I'm saying? Because I can tell you a couple of stories like that too. I can tell you a couple of little stories about that too. But again, man, till the next time, that's how we're going to do it. All right? That's how we're going to do it. So y'all be safe until the next time, all right? And we're going to leave it right there and get up out of here until the next time, all right? Peace.
Hip-hop has changed significantly in the past 2 decades. Today's fan has unprecedented access to artists, their music, and videos chronicling their every move. In stark contrast, being a hardcore fan of hip-hop in the 90s required a balanced level of dedication and budgeting. Print media reigned supreme, and without a video streaming platform like YouTube available, fans relied on platforms like MTV for content. It was during this era, which lacked accessible video camera technology and social media, that many amazing moments were lost. like DMX and Jay-Z's infamous battle, or KRS-One throwing PM Dawn off a stage. Luckily, thanks to unsung hero Kurt Nice, creator of the influential Shades of Hip Hop video series, one of the most iconic ciphers in modern hip-hop history has lived on to capture the imagination of new listeners.
I ain't never left, we here, yeah. I ain't never left, yeah.